Morning, y'all. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to walk. I'm at the park already. But I'm going to open up this box I just got out of the mail. And I didn't have a cup holder in here. Hopefully this is working because it said trying to reconnect. But like I'm at the park, so if the 5G don't work, it don't work. Anyway, I got this out of the mailbox. I stopped to put a cookbook in it before I left. And then I, hopefully this will pick up, but I can't tell nothing. And it's soaking wet. We had some rain last night, but I don't know how it rained in the mailbox. There must be a crack in one side of it. Let's see what we got in here today. Maybe I'll have some lipstick or something in here. Looks like all skincare. Let me make sure I'm not plugged to something too. Nope, just on 5G. Hey Carla, now I can see somebody. I can't never tell. I was telling y'all, I got this out of the mailbox as I was leaving the house, and I thought, well, we'll open it real quick before I take off walking. It is some kind of purifying day cream. I was hoping I'd get, there's some lip oil. So there's something. I was looking for some kind of lipstick or lip gloss or something. Here is a eye brightening gel cream. Glow Recipe. I get mostly skincare in this thing. This one's open. It's mascara. Grande mascara. They send a lot of mascara in these. They do. And it's always a pretty little, that's a pretty little tube. It says slow connection. I don't know if I'll lose you or not. We'll get up and start moving. That looks like a good mascara. It's pretty thick. Can y'all see that? I'll let you know. We'll try it. I'll let you know. I've already got a little bit on. A little bit of mascara, that was it. And some concealer. I have to wear concealer, y'all. I have the worst dark circles. I didn't put on like foundations. I'm gonna be all splotchy, but I bet that's good. I might find a new one I like. There is more people here this morning. I was thinking I ain't gonna wear no makeup. I'm just gonna barely throw on some clothes. I'll put on my old tennis shoes. Nobody was there the other day. Nobody's gonna see me. I should have known more people would be up here early, getting their walking in. Saturday Skin Pore Active Treatment. It's a serum too. So there's two of those. No, one of those. No, two of those. One's a cream, one's a serum. It's a day cream. We'll try it while we're sitting here, and then we'll go walk. And that lip oil. Let's see if it's got any tint to it. That's a good thing about these. You get this, and it lasts forever. Because I use that beef tallow most of the time. But the one good thing about it is if you find, it's an easy way to find something you like. If you don't go out and spend, and I don't. I never go like buy makeup or skincare, and I'll be walking around with a white face too. There's a lot of that. It feels good. I'm fixing to get out and my glasses are going to fog up. It is so humid here. And I'm going to be stuck next week, so I thought, well, we'll get up and go walk again. I felt better the other day after I walked. I wish that I went on that highway and you could just walk. But this is a nice place to walk. You just need to do it a couple of times. Now, they went all the way to the bottom. I'll do that today. The other day when we walked, we stayed up toward the top, just mostly so I hadn't been up here since I was a kid. I really hadn't. And I meant to tell Tammy about it. I was tell her I told you about breaking in. Let's see what this is. It just says lip oil. It's pink. We'll put some on. Hey, good morning, Dee. How are you doing this morning? I gotta go home and make something to eat, but the boys are sound asleep still. And I'll tell you what I want to do. But I don't have a piece of squash. It says to use a piece of squash or zucchini, and that I don't have, so I'd have to go to the grocery store for one thing. I may just do it and not use that. It's a Mexican style frittata, and I thought, you know, that sounds good. It's black beans. I mean, of course it's eggs, and it had black beans. It had brown rice. I've got Spanish rice, I think is what's in the house. And regular rice. Let me take y'all. I've got y'all in a cup holder. If you look, a literal, not a cup holder, a little flower pot. I guess I can leave everything in here. Y'all watch this. I'm gonna have to take them. Can y'all see? I can't see you. I just completely fogged up. This weather is nuts. Look at that. Let me wave them around and see if that'll go away. It's not going away. Y'all, I don't have anything. Hold on. I'll have to put you between. Hopefully I don't cut you off. Just hold on. I gotta wipe my glasses off, and I don't really have a shirt to do that with. I guess I'll pay attention next time. I'm literally up here and almost my jammies, because I just thought, well, it's so quiet the other day. Just go like you are, because it's early. They're still trying to fog up. I can't see nothing. This is insane. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to be able to read y'all's comments until my glasses stop. Y'all hold on and let me try again. I'll try wiping them off again with this top shirt I got on. I would have never thought that I couldn't now. Maybe they'll stay okay for a minute. I feel a sprinkle. Well, glasses fogging up and it's sprinkling. I was thinking, though, if I don't come on right now, early, I'm going to flip y'all, and then I can just talk, then we won't get to come, because it rained all day yesterday. Is it raining where you are? Yeah, I woke up at 3:30 this morning, y'all, and I ain't been back to bed. I rolled back over, and I thought I'm going back to sleep. And after about 30 minutes, I got up and made coffee. And then about 5:30, I thought, go back to sleep before it gets daylight, or you won't go back to sleep, and I never did. So it's going to be a long day. I've done that 3 days in a row. Now, I've went back to sleep every day, except for today. I don't know what. Sometimes, do y'all ever do that? It's like an internal clock, 3:30. And I'm up, wide awake. I'll show y'all some of that. They're pretty. I just love these little houses. I do. One up the road is some bigger ones. And I got tickled a while ago because when I was coming down through here, I saw the Grinch in a swing. And I was thinking, Christmas in July, but it's not July no more. Me too, Dee. I can't. It's crazy. I mean, I've never had them just fog up this bad. They finally are clearing. Let me get out of his way. Gotta run her. Morning. Listen, I need to learn to do that, but y'all would hear me. I'd be just like, I'll be that way after walking. That's another reason I'm out here. Because I noticed the other day, I walked this twice. Really, I walked that up there once, because that's a smaller circle. It's up there where that pavilion was. And then I think I come down on this second sidewalk and went around. And I was already breathing hard today. I'm going to make the longer walk. I might just bring Tillman the next time that Josephson's go, and then I'll be wore out before we start walking. The only thing about that is you got to get his chair, you know, and then get him, and then put the chair up, and then put him back up. But it's doable, and he would really enjoy this park. The only thing is, though, he'd probably want to get on that stuff. And back in the day, he could have But like, see, I'm breathing hard today. I didn't pause it. I don't know what I did. Maybe I hit a button. But it's made for smaller wheelchairs. And I don't think he'll fit in that swing. I think you'd have a really hard time getting him up and over in it. And getting him to understand that is not the easiest thing. He understands it. It's just hard. Just like, you know, wanting me to pick him up and dance. He tickled me. I guess that was about 3 weeks ago. He was really after me. Mama, when's the last time you danced with me? And I said, Tillman, that was when you were little and it was easier. And I'm going to try not to point the camera right at these folks sitting. I said, it was just easier. And you're bigger now and it's just harder and I'm older. And he thought about it for a minute and he goes, well, you need to work out. I was like, geez, don't cut me no slack. Anyway, whew. I'll be quiet for 2 seconds. They'll think I'm kind of talking to myself. That girl's crazy.
I seen him going around.
Morning.
Morning. So there he comes.
Maybe I should have told him. I ain't talking to myself. I swear I'm not crazy. At least not all the time. Everybody must park here. I was noticing that when I pulled in. Because nobody's on those cars. And I don't think there's nothing else over here. Don't know. Wonder if that backs up to the, let's walk over there and see. Big Springs. Do you know, Dee, if that backs up to the springs? I hadn't been here. This is the second time I've been here since I was a little bitty. No kidding. Been a long time. I used to live behind the Big Springs, and maybe it don't. Maybe that's just a sign over here for the park. It just looked like maybe. Well, maybe it is. I think it might be. Yeah, it is. I don't know if this will tell us. Let's walk up here and see. Yeah, that's a pretty little place. I'll have to go up there one day and show it to you. Used to, you could drive your car in the thing and wash it and stuff, but now you can't go. You can't cross it. Let's say, this is just the park. Let's just tell you about the park. There's the splash pad when it's on. I hadn't been up here when they had it on. Yeah, this signal, it's insane to me that this is in the city limits and the 5G just stinks. Yep, that's what it is. You just can't tell much about it from here. Just a little creek through here. Be nice to have one of them little houses with that behind you. Probably snaky. I don't know, we used to have a house with a lake in front of it. Me and Tammy lived in. And we swam all the time in that thing. Snakes and all. I can remember one time coming back up out of the water to get back up on the dock. And there was a snake staring at me, and I was staring at him from the dock. He just turned around and went. We were out I was out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even think my kids would get in that water. They're the swimming pool kind of kids. If they couldn't see their feet, they probably wouldn't go. No kidding. I didn't raise little country bunkins. I didn't. I mean, they were in the South most of their life, but it was not like being here. Growing up here. We grew up on a farm. Half feral is what I say. Yeah, there's a lot of folks up here this morning. It's really a nice place to walk. I walked to the playground today and look at that swing. But I'm 99% positive he's too long. That's the problem with him. It's not that he's too heavy. Me and Joseph could handle it. But he's more stiff and more awkward and more long. Trying to get him in, you know, that kind of thing. If it were open, you could do it. But it really does. He's done run. Look at him. He's done nearly got back to me. He's making me feel really lazy. I wished I could run. I'm not a runner. I get those side stitches. I always did. And most of our family was. All my siblings ran track in high school. And my teacher and my boyfriend, one each, had to get on both sides of me and run me around the track to get me to pass class. You had to run a mile to pass the PE2. And I can remember that teacher. I don't have a great memory, but I remember Miss Alice. She was determined I was going to make that run. Let's go look at it. This stuff, y'all. I love it. It's so bouncy. Like, it's bouncy. I feel like I'm walking on a cloud. Now, they do have a big one like that I could put him in. Look. So I could bring him over here. Let's see. And there's another one over there he'd fit in. He's still little, even though he's 28. So something like this, I can easily get him in. Wonder if you just push that, or if it's like got a, I bet you just push it. Well, how nice. I'll have to bring you back next time. What I was looking at is that saucer thing. That's what I thought I saw. I'm glad I walked in here. See, there's another one. It could go in. But that other one would be more appropriate. He's little enough to fit in that. Now look at this thing. Oh, it's not a swing. It's just where they get in it. And, well, not a, you know, like you put your legs in. That's cool. I guess these are all the people who, like, bought a board. You could buy a board. And I think, I don't remember if you could do a brick. Maybe they were taking the bricks away. They still had some up there at the pavilion. But these are people that bought a board to do like a, to help build the playground. That's pretty neat. I probably know every one of them if you just really got to look. And it's a small town. I don't know, though. You know, since I've come back home, I was gone like 25 years. And there are so many people. Like, I'll go to Walmart, and you see tons of people. I don't see a single soul I know. It's really strange. So it's not the same town I grew up in. It is, but it isn't. Still some of the, like most of the names, I would know. Class of 1965. There's a whole class. That was a good idea, actually. Sure was. It's really cute. Yeah, I'm going to have to put him back in that. I'll bring him up here in a day or two and put him up there. If we can get rid of this terrible weather. Look, though, it's pretty for a little bit. Pretty cloudy back there. It was cloudy all night. Super humid. I didn't even have the air on last night in the main part of the house. It was off all night. And I got up this morning, and you still couldn't see out the windows. Like, every one of them were totally fogged up. Y'all remember those things? Y'all remember the one that lifted, what they call it, that was a little bit higher off the ground, and it had the bars on it, and you all hold on, and they'd throw you around. It's a wonder we're alive when you think about it. I know he's wondering, who is she talking to? There's two men behind me, and they just keep looking at me like, what is she doing? I guess you just, somehow I ended back up here on the top. I gotta put my glasses on to read y'all's comments. I'm walking inside my apartment, still recovering from my eye surgery. So light sensitive. I get that way sometimes. It's weird. And I don't know what causes that. Like you'll walk outside and it just hurts to look at the sunshine. I don't do it all the time, but I have it happen once in a while. Very humid. My windows are foggy. Yeah, they were at home. They were terrible. Like I couldn't even see out the front window this morning. And I left before Daddy and them got to work. Which is unusual, but he's been coming in a little bit later for some reason. Maybe it's the weather. Because it kind of does when it's just dull and rainy and like it was yesterday. Will pull you down. If your mood goes off the mine very much. Not so much. I love a rainy day. I will say that. Love a rainy day. That's pretty good fun. But really, yesterday wasn't a rainy day here. It was a drizzle kind of day. Just drizzle, humid, and hot. And tomorrow, I'll be going to work. I clean a church and they're having homecoming. And I got to do a meatloaf again. And let me tell y'all, I was going home and do that Mexican frittata, and I probably will. But I'm tempted to do a meatloaf ahead of time. I watched the Mississippi Queen. I don't know if y'all know who she is. She's got a huge following. And I rarely see her stuff. I don't have the attention span. It's not that I don't watch people on purpose. I just literally have the attention span of a gnat. So if I can stay in one spot for 60 seconds, it's a pretty big deal. I just, that's who I am. But I ran across that last night, and it caught my attention because she was using stovetop stuffing in the meatloaf. Have y'all tried that? I want to know if it's good. Because I don't want to do a huge one, to take somewhere for something I ain't tried before. So I thought, well, I might try that. It was basically everything I use, but instead of onion soup, it was stovetop stuffing. I thought, well, that's interesting. So I might do a small one for us to eat for supper or something before then. As you get older, your sleep gets worse. Lord, that's what I'm afraid of. And I don't take anything to make me sleep anymore. So I won't never sleep. I'll do good to get 4 hours in. And if I get 6, it'll be a miracle. And I'm not a napper either, so, I know Mama always took Tylenol PM. She'd take Benadryl, all kind of junk, try to get sleepy. I'll never do none of that. I'll take a Benadryl just about every day, but they don't even make me sleepy no more. I prefer that for allergies. They just seem to work better than the Claritin and stuff for me.
This is for walking on.
Oh my Lord. People are so rude. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna have a hard time going into the park. That boy was riding a bicycle. Are we not supposed to ride bicycles in here, y'all? Let's see. I'm reading. I don't see nothing. And that old man goes, "This is for walking only." And he was real polite. He goes, "Okay, sir." Oh, people are something else. They just are. Hopefully it was not because he was black and instead of just riding a bicycle. Because, you're in a small town, that's a sad reality sometimes. It really is. Lord have mercy. Well, we've got it twice so far. I hope this thing's still working. I remember going to many family reunions years ago at Pigs Park. It was so hot during those summer days. Yeah, the swimming pool. I missed the pool. It was right up there. I did tell Tammy I'd come out here because I was telling her about that. And she goes, they don't have it no more? And she wanted to know what was where the pool was. And I said, nothing. There's tennis courts here, you know, beside it. But it's just grass up here. Where the pool was, they just filled it in. Now the splash pad's at the bottom. But I think the pool's actually set. Because I can remember going and getting snacks out that building. So I know the big pool sat there. Diving well sat there. That I can remember. He's still riding his bicycle. I was thinking, well, where else you going to ride a bicycle in the park? But the sidewalk. Lord. Yeah, I might have to come back up here and try that swing for Tillman. That'll tickle him. So he don't get to do that kind of stuff too much. He'll like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home and make us, and put on some makeup for one. And make us, there's somebody's sock. Should I pick it up? I guess I'll be a good citizen and throw it away. There's a garbage. There's a squirrel. That's the first squirrel I've seen. Let me flip y'all. We're going into the garbage. Throw away a dirty sock. There ain't no babies out here. This must be from yesterday. I guess I could just lay it like that. I got some hand soap. But did y'all see that? It was a certain type of hand soap that was recalled because it might cause you sepsis. I was like, are you kidding me? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's not the common ones that you buy, you know, in the store. It's medical grade. Duramus or something like that. I posted it on my personal page, I think, yesterday. I think what I got is Bath and Body Works. It's like a spray that you put on. Do y'all have a pretty place to get up and go walk like this? I mean, I got to drive to it, but it's not it's 5 minutes up the road. Not a long way. Wonder if any of this blooms. I guess at some point it would. They have some good, a lot of cute benches just around. I'm so hair-headed. I come up through here a while ago and it's one way. And I looked up and I seen that sign that said one way and I thought, Lord, I went the wrong way. I think I went the wrong way the other day. I couldn't have went the wrong way. It's closed off. And I thought, you're such a hairhead. If it had been open, I probably could have went the wrong way. There's the truck. I guess I'll go. I'm debating on whether I want to run in the grocery store to get one squash or just make it without it. What would y'all do? Because it was black beans, salsa if you wanted it. That was optional. Cheese, rice, eggs. Good morning. And I think that was about it. Bacon. One of them I seen had like Italian sausage, but that was not that Mexican frittata. That was something else. I think that was, and then I seen some. I thought, well, this is a good idea, but you'd have to do that at night. They got a bunch of crock pot breakfasts. Have y'all ever made a crock pot breakfast? Because I have not. And most of them were cooking 6 to 8 hours. It looked to me like a frittata. Or, you know, just like a casserole. Some of them had hash browns, some of them didn't. I'm trying to get my key out. Y'all, it's a miracle I ain't lost this key. The thing has come off the end, so I cannot hook it to a keychain, and I have used it the entire time this way. And anybody knows me knows I'm like my mama. I lose everything. I need one of those beepers where I can find the keys in the phone. But somehow, some way, I have not, I better knock on something, lost this key yet, which is a miracle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any here, I'm gonna go home and shower now. I'm soaked, and make us a Mexican frittata. And then I'll see y'all later. I got some more cleaning to do. I did, you know, well, the living room, the kitchen, and I still ain't through with that. I tell you what I need to do is clean out my spice drawer. Something fierce. I need to drag it all out. And then I bought me some essential oil the other day that was peppermint and eucalyptus. And the reason I bought that peppermint is if you don't want to have to spray for bugs, and I don't like spraying for bugs, like I'll get that home defense and do it around the floors. But I don't like it in my cabinets. Like I don't put nothing if I grow them herbs outside or tomatoes. I don't even put 7 dust on them. I just leave them.
All right.
Well, I've lost my train of thought. I said something. Oh, the bugs. So instead of spraying up in my cabinet with my dishes and stuff, they hate peppermint. So you can take just drops of peppermint oil, like essential oil, and I can see why, because when you open up your cabinet to get a dish, it's so strong it'll knock your head off. It smells, you know, the mint's so strong. I don't know if you can use regular mint, but you can use peppermint. And I did that yesterday, but I didn't clean them out, so now I need to go in and pull all that out, clean it out. I need to do a lot of deep cleaning. I've been in there about 5 years, I think, already. Maybe 4. Because when I come back, I went to the lake first for a year or 2. But it's been long enough. That was the one thing I did like about us being in the military, is you had to move every 3 or 4 years. And the one good thing about that is you had to purge everything, start all over. That's good about that. So I need to do that because I'm not going nowhere no time soon. So I need to start purging. I laughed yesterday because I said, what a day. I went in and I was going to throw everything away in the laundry room. I was tired of looking at it. And I was like, well, if I don't, I'll just throw it away. And there's a bunch of, because it's just, what it is basically run over for where I got work, you know, room somewhere else, so it gets stuck in there. Well, there was root beers on top of my freezer. I don't know how long they've been up there, but apparently a really long time. It was diet ones. I picked them up and I went to throw it in the garbage bag. Thank God I had the garbage bag standing there. And about the time I did, one of them just burst. And it went everywhere. But the garbage bag was right there, so it barely got me, and I didn't get it all over the house, thank goodness. Or I would have been fit to be tied. So I guess I'll go in and work on that today. I told JoJo, I said, you better go through there and look, because I'm in one of them moods. If I pick up that bag, if I ain't touched it in about 4 weeks, I'm trashing it. But I'm the world's worst person to go, I might use that again. I might need that. That might be important. And usually when you throw it away, it is. But I'm over it, so I'm about to just clear it all out of there. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll see y'all later today. I hope you have a good day. Good morning.